George, the first show where you played Superman was released 15 years ago.
That's right.
And 15 years later, you're still getting to play Superman.
I can't believe it. It's
how
been
cool
the
is
best
that?
job ever. I'm telling you, it is the gift that keeps on giving. It's so rare as an actor that you get anything that lasts longer than like maybe a month or two. So it's been amazing. So blessed to be able to do that, for sure.
Do you do a lot of working out to get into the role? A lot of
Can't you tell? No, absolutely not. It was funny. The first session we had for Justice League was in San Bernardino Valley at this random studio, and I remember when I got it, I was like, "Did they make a mistake?" I was sure. He's like, "Superman, what the fuck?" And they ended up for the first season having to pitch my voice down a little bit. For what, as you're younger, your vocal cords are. As you age, they get a little looser, and they get a little. So they had to pitch my voice down for the first season or two, and then naturally it kind of was more in the zone. But speaking of 15 years,
I thought it was very interesting. I don't know if you saw Batman versus Superman, but there were moments in it that there were visions of a Superman that was very sort of similar to the Superman, the dark Superman in Justice. So I was wondering if you saw that at all, and did you find that interesting, how they kind of almost had similarities between the one in the video game and the film?
Well, no doubt. I mean, I think that's sort of been the evolution of his character, and I think it's kind of important for an iconic character like that to hold interest and for people to sort of want to see what's the next version of this. You gotta push the envelope on that stuff. You don't want to. I don't think you want to stay there all the time because it would lose its sort of. People would be too mushy-mushy, but you got to push the envelope.
I mean, that Superman, the dark one, he is from an alternate Earth. But do you ever think, like, you know, the definitive Superman, do you think he's really one bad day away from, you know, just, you know, going crazy?
As an actor, I think he's one moment away from that. As a writer, as a creator of all that, whoever that ends up being, those are those decisions. But as an actor, I think you have to think moment to moment, and that you could spin off any moment. I think the character is interesting enough, and has been such a staple for the American psyche, the world psyche, to be so attracted to him, is that his sort of half man, half God thing. You know, I think that's, like I was mentioned earlier, sort of a Jesus figure. You know, and I think that makes him very interesting.
So how do you get into that mindset for being that character?
I think that you can't overthink it. I think you just, like I said, you think you just stay right in the moment, and you know the sort of, you know, you start here and you end here, and you sort of say what's the impulse of someone who is stuck between these two personalities, in effect. You know? So. But an actor, you can't play beginning and middle and end in any moment as an actor. You just literally write what's right there, and then the director hopefully is just going, go here, go there, you know. But can't overthink it.
Have you finished working on Kingdom Hearts and new Final Fantasy VII yet?
You know what? I'm waiting to get that call. I did all separately. I have not heard from them. You need to get on that for me, by the way.
He's not confirming.
No, I haven't. I really haven't.
You are Sephiroth.
That's what I'm saying, but I have not heard from them. I just told my agents, I said, call Square Enix, tell them I
just want you to know, when I saw Final Fantasy VII, I heard you playing Sephiroth.
Yeah, I
was blown away.
Yeah, it was so fun. It was such a blast. So I'm waiting for the call. I'm just hoping they're doing everything else first and then calling me. I don't know.
You have more fun playing Dark Superman or regular Superman?
I think it's like I don't prefer one over the other. I think it's a lot of fun to play the sort of darker Superman, but I think if you do it too much, it loses its. I don't really have a preference over one or the other.
Is there one character that you really like to interact with, bounce lines off of?
Batman. I mean, how fun is that? Usually like two brothers, you know, locked in a room who love each other and hate each other. I mean, it's just What's better than that?
I really liked how in the first game it sort of explored a very sort of twisted relationship between the Dark Superman and Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
And how did you like getting to do that? Like, I mean, back in the day, would you have always wanted like Superman and Wonder Woman something to happen there, or and then it does happen, and it's like very weird.
Very weird. I agree. I think that tension always exists, you know.
Yeah.
Anytime a beautiful woman is near you or whatever, there would be that sort of tension, especially even with Superman. But I think when you go there, it's always awkward. I don't know that it's awesome. I don't know that I love it.
Because I always feel like Lois kind of helps balance Superman
Correct.
out.
Right.
And you know, you talk about Superman being this god messianic figure.
Right.
Wonder Woman is a goddess.
Exactly.
So when those two get
I
together,
agree.
it's like
I agree.
It's like in Greek mythology. It's
totally
always
agree.
bad things. It's
You
always bad
not get-
things
it's not
happen
gonna-
when the
no,
gods
that's a
are
very smart
interacting
comment.
with each other.
I think that's why I don't know that it necessarily is a good thing or works. Even. Lois Lane that's part of him.
Right.
I think.
With so many iconic portrayals of Superman over the years, and especially as he becomes bigger in
Right.
film, do you let that influence the character that you create?
No, I don't think so. But I do feel a sense of responsibility not to go bananas with the guy. You know what I mean? I think you want to respect the writing first, and then portrayal wise, I don't want to reinvent the wheel, because nobody wants that. I don't think. They want to push, but they don't reinvent.
So you don't get together with Henry Cavill?
No.
I mean, at what point did you know this was going to be Injustice 2? Was it a secret? Was it a secret when you were coming back for this, or did you always know?
I didn't always know. I the funny thing about actors is that you really don't know till the last minute. I mean, you just really don't know. I mean, I get the call, hey, they want you to come on Tuesday. I'm like, all right. I didn't know they were doing a second one until you sign all the things. Don't tell anyone you're doing a second one. So it's whatever, 6 months ago or something like that. But it's always a last minute thing for actors.
Do you play the games too?
I have played them. My son plays them. I'm too stupid. I'm terrible at the flippers. Seriously, I didn't start young enough. Maybe it's hard to. It's like golf. If you don't start at a certain age, your fingers don't work on that thing.
We can start wrapping up. Last question. Do you have any?
Does your kid judge your performance like in the game?
Totally. I'll hear him from the other side of the house. Dad, that was lame. Dad, that was lame. No. But that's actually one of the coolest things about it, to have it continually live past just a single sit-down viewing of something. So.
Well, thanks so much.
Thank you guys.
Thank you for
Thank you.